Hi everybody. It is November and it's cold in the garden today. But I had to keep with tradition. I think the lighting should be okay. It's a little bit cloudy, but not too bad. So yeah, I have been working on getting stuff ready for a craft fair that I'm doing next month. So that has been my super focus. As far as like all of my free time, I have pretty much been making for that. I did, let's see, do I have any finished objects before I start showing works in progress? I do have a pair of socks that I finished. Let's see. These are one of the Colorwork. So Summer Lee has a Colorwork, oh gosh, I can't think of the name. I think it's just called Colorwork Cuff Club, and she puts out different patterns every month. So it started in August. So this is actually an August design. I just chose to make it, I was like, oh, that would be a really good Christmas color. So I went Christmas colors with it. I did a double stranded for the toe so that it'd be nice and thick. So it's not laying really super beautiful on this but shoe blocker or sock blocker. I also doubled the heel, so I'm hoping that makes them very durable, and so I'll be able to wear them all winter, but we'll see. But I did finish those. You can see I have not sewn in the ends yet, but this is all of my color work on the inside. This is actually not the first color work project that I've done, but maybe the second. I'm trying to think. Anyway, I'm obsessed with color work now, and like I was just kind of starting to get into it because I got that book. It's like Charming Colorwork Socks. I can't remember exactly the title, but I'll put it up on the screen. I know that I've talked about it before in one of my past episodes. I could not find the book. I tried to find it so I could just hold it up. I could not find it. So I set it, I was looking at it just recently, and I just set it down somewhere in the house. And I feel like it's kind of chaos right now because I have craft projects started everywhere because I just have so many craft projects going with the craft fair right around the corner. But talking about books, and this can still go on with, I think that this is the only finished project I have. I did a lot of knitting. Well, I have some other finished. Everything I have finished needs the ends sewn in. Where are they? I was gonna show you some of my craft fair objects. And it kind of goes along with the obsession of color work. But I've been making these tiny little sweaters. Oh my goodness, they are so cute. It's like, I'll put my fingers behind it so you can see it. So cute. So I've been on a kick making them. There is, I'll put that. There's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Oh my goodness. That one has a stitch markers connected to it. They all need to be, have all their strands sewn in. I sewed in a few of these, but not all of them. But that's my little socks, little knitted sweater obsession that I've currently got right now. They will fit Barbie dolls and they will fit elves if you do the elf on the shelf. So our little elf on the shelf is gonna get a new sweater this year, and So I was gonna see how many I could knit, and I would probably have some of these at my craft fair because they're just so adorable. And then I've been going down the what Barbie clothes I can make and what miniatures. I love miniatures anyway, so this has just started a whole new obsession that I've been thinking about. I kind of hyper focus on things, and so I have another one on the needles right now, and I'm trying to do some color work on it, but that's in the works. We'll see how it looks. I might just do, this was just basically striping, and so I might just do this because it's easier to do. I think, what do they call this? Seeding, when it's every other stitch and then stripes. That was pretty simple. Color work might be too much for these tiny little things. So those are finished objects. They're not like, I still have to sew in the ends, but I figured I would just see how many I could knit up and then have a sewing ends in party later. Yeah, so I have one pair of finished socks, and then this pair of socks is so close to being finished. And this is another one of the Summerlee's Colorwork Cuff Club collections. I started this one in October, and I'm not gonna go, I'll talk about that in just a minute, but so I started this one in October, and I am almost finished. All I have to do is the toe of the second one. So I started doing the cuff in the apples because this colorway is by Mustache Yarn, and it's called Apple Picking. So it's like, I really want the apples to go with it, because I just bought this yarn. It was in her fall colorways of 2024. So there might still be a skein or two left in her collection, but they're probably, I think most of her stuff sells out pretty quickly. I just loved the color striping of it. I'm gonna take this off so you can see the color work on the heel. Okay, so I started the apples around the cuff, and I did my calculations wrong. I didn't go up a needle size, and so then there wasn't enough stretch in the cuff for the color work. So I decided, instead of taking out all of the ribbing that I had done, I would just make the color work on the heel flap. So there's that. So the little heel flap has the apples on it. So I got to incorporate the apples. I didn't have to rip out all my little loud. I didn't have to rip out all my ribbing, and was still able to incorporate the design. It was a little bit fiddly when it came to doing the color work on the wrong side, but not impossible. It was very fiddly, so it was nice that it wasn't the whole wasn't a really long section. It was still, I would do it again because I just think it's so darling. So that is an almost finished pair of socks, and it would be finished if I wasn't crafting on everything else. So that's nearly done. I have not started casting on the November color work yet, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get it done in November because it's beautiful. Oh, my dog is going crazy. I don't know if you can see her. It's beautiful. I just don't know if I'm gonna have time. So, but every month they're so cute. There was 2 for October. There's a ghost one, and then the apples. I really loved the ghost one. I think I will probably knit up a pair of ghost socks. They just might be for next season. So maybe in a few months, if I have time, I'll start ahead of time. Maybe I'll start in July and make the ghost socks. But anyway, so I'll set those aside. So speaking of Colorwork, so I don't know if I talked about this book already, because I can't remember when I actually bought this book, but I bought this book a while ago, maybe a few months ago. And I love all the patterns in it. It has some different pattern designs in it that incorporate the I'm trying to think, like, I could show you without giving you, like, there's some of the pictures. I don't want to give away the author's charts or anything, but like there's some of the pictures in it, like the little tiny puppies. So all of the charts, what's cool is it just has a whole bunch of different colorwork charts. They're just in 2 colors, and it's different sizing. So like there's a snake that's on a 21 repeat. There's lips that are on a 19 repeat. There are little trees that are on a 10 repeat. Oh, maybe I should incorporate that into one of my sweaters. So my Barbie or elf sweaters, those tiny little sweaters I'm knitting, they are a 20 stitches across on each side, so it's a 40, but a 10 stitch repeat would be perfect for them because the sweater part. So maybe I'll do those little trees. I'm gonna put something in that spot so I don't forget. I'm just gonna stick my sock in there. And then I'll go give this to Dobby. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, if you know, you know. Okay, so new other obsession. I don't know if you guys have seen this book, but I just got this. I think it just came out. Doodle Knit Directory. Oh my goodness, is this adorable? Adorable. Like, so I'm definitely going down the rabbit hole of colorwork knitting. It's too late. I'm done it. It's done. Now, the difference between this book and the other book is that this book, all of the patterns are pretty much in a 24 repeat, and some of them are in a 12 repeat, and it all goes with the patterns that she has at the back of the book. She shows how to use the color work in a few different, like a hat, socks, gloves, a headband, I think a cowl, but it's not just a fingering weight. She's got a DK sock and a fingering weight, so she's got some different weights of yarn. That wind is really loud. I think I have the fence around and it kind of helps shield some of the wind, but I don't think I can show you any of this book without exposing the charts. So I'm trying to see if there's any pictures. I could show this picture, maybe. There's charts on that page too. I don't want to give away her charts. It's darling. It is so darling. There's little flower motifs. There's snowflake motifs. There are bees and geometric motifs, snails, foxes, cats, bugs, butterflies. It's kind of all of, like, a octopus, a crab, a jellyfish. Just kind of tell you what all is in it. Bubbles, waves. So kind of like popsicles, hamburgers, owls, pumpkins, sheep, leaves. Did I say that one already? I don't know. Trees. snowmen, penguins. It's very, 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 very cute. So, and like I said, most of those are the 24 counts. Some of them will break down into 12 counts. So just to kind of give you a heads up, like what your favorite patterns are that you might want to Colorwork knit, you could definitely incorporate. You don't have to use her patterns. You could incorporate these into some of your own patterns. I love the book. I thought it was adorable. Okay, what else have I gotten? I think that's my big purchases probably this month, other than like extra craft supplies for the craft fair making. I do have another work in progress. So I have been working on this sweater. You guys told me I should finish it, and I'm going to finish it. But the sleeves I think are too short. I'm currently on a sleeve, and I tried it on and it feels like the sleeves are a little too short, so I kind of am thinking I might knit them longer. So that's kind of why it has not progressed any further. I kind of set it aside. Although a lot of people say that the sleeves will grow, so that makes me kind of thinking, well, are they long enough then? After I block it, will it be long enough? But I do really love really long sleeves. I like putting my hand, I love having thumb holes in my sweaters, so I could even incorporate that into this, and I'd probably wear it more. The flax sweater, I'd probably wear it more if I incorporated that into the sweater. It's not that hard to do. You just work back the other direction, and then you can leave like a buttonhole basically. So what else do I want to talk about? A lot of the stuff I've been making, I've been doing a lot of sewing too. So I've sewn a lot of little bags. I've knitted the sweaters. I've been knitting headbands. I talked about those in the last podcast. My kids are making perler beads. So, because my youngest always wants me to do stuff with him, and I'm like, well, right now I'm really trying to get craft fair stuff made. So in a way to keep him busy and excited about my craft fair, I'm telling him that he can make some things too. So he's making perler bead keychains to put on the craft fairs or sell too. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what will sell or not, but it's just been fun to just make stuff, and I guess I like to make stuff. I mean, kind of what I do all the time. So current obsession is color work, and I am loving this Colorwork Cuff Club that Summerlee has started. So, and back to October, I did try to do a Vlogtober. I have all the footage. I have 2 weeks up, and I have all the footage for the next 2 weeks. I'll probably end up combining them into one video. I just have not sat down and edited it and took the time, and I've realized that I think I don't mind recording videos, but editing is not my strong suit. So one of these days I'm gonna get it edited so I can get the rest of October up. And I guess I've just been, every extra minute I have, I've been trying to make more things. So, and then I really get distracted with other pretty things and starting new things. I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but every new pattern idea I get, I just get really excited about it, and then I buy a new book and think of all the things I can make. I just can come up with way more ideas faster than I can make them. That's the problem. So anyway, this is a short episode today. I am just really glad to be able to come on here, chat for a minute, share my little bit of makes, and just be excited about knitting and share my excitement about knitting with you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.